Writing How-To Books. Mini Lessons for First Grade Unit by Jennifer Melton. Teachers, whenever we want our children to learn how to write a certain type of text, we want to give them several opportunities to be able to see how authors write their text. In our first mini lesson, the students will be exposed to and read aloud the book The Pumpkin Book by Gail Gibbons. This will be our mentor text. We will especially pay very close attention to the back of the book, How to Carve a Pumpkin. Lesson 1. Introduction to How-To Books. Writers, today is an important day. We will start a new unit of study. I feel you are ready to graduate to a whole new unit of study. When we finish one level of study, we graduate. Congratulations, you are all moving on to the next level. It's a higher level. That is what today is all about. Starting today, you will not just be writers, but you will also be teachers. Very soon, each one of you will write a piece that teaches your audience how to do something. You will teach by writing pieces that teach. Writers, we learned earlier that whenever we want to do a new kind of writing, it helps us to study the kind of writing we want to do. Today we'll study how to write pieces that teach people to make or do something. I'll teach you how writers go about writing how-to pieces. Writers, with your peanut butter and jelly partner, I would like for you to discuss what you noticed the author of the Pumpkin Book, Gail Gibbons, did. Writers, I heard you say the author was giving us something to do. I also heard it sounded like directions. Very good, writers. How-to books teach the audience how to do something. Today it was to carve a pumpkin. We will write these things that we've noticed on our anchor chart today so that we can look back at it and study how authors write how-to books. Mini Lesson 2. Introducing steps in how-to books. Writers, yesterday we looked at how-to section in the Pumpkin Book. We noticed some things Gail Gibbons did and spoke with our jelly partner. We noticed Miss Gibbons was giving us directions or teaching us about carving pumpkins. We can call those directions steps. Point out what they notice in referring to that anchor chart. Writers, last night I wrote a how-to, like the one we read yesterday. I'd like you to study the steps I took when I wrote this book. Be ready to list with your fingers the steps I took with your jelly partner. I chose to write a how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Writers, I'd like you to discuss with your jelly partner what you noticed about my steps in my book. See if you can list the steps with your fingers. I heard you say Mrs. Melton said first and then words. I also heard she told us what we needed. I have writing detectives. I did tell you everything you needed to do. We call this steps. I also used the words first, then, and last to make a list. Let's write our new information on our anchor chart that we noticed Mrs. Melton did. Lesson 3 mini lesson. Use a plan sheet to include steps in how-to. Writers, yesterday we heard Mrs. Melton's how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Today we will make our own how-to. Turn to your jelly partner and discuss what we know about how-to books. Today, writers, we are going to use a planning sheet with 4 boxes to make sure we include all of our steps in our class writing. We are going to write about how to make cinnamon toast. Writers, I want you to turn to your peanut butter partner and discuss what we did and learned today as writers. Optional choice, you can share some cinnamon toast with your class that you used using the steps. Lesson 4 mini lesson, writing a how-to piece. Writers, yesterday we used a planning sheet to discuss how to make cinnamon toast. Today, we will turn our planning sheet into a class writing piece. Writers, let's look at the steps on our planning sheet. How can we turn this into a writing piece? Writers, we want to make sure to include each step in our how-to writing piece. I want us to look back at our mentor text and Mrs. Melton's piece and discuss with a partner a good title. Today, we will write our class How to Make Cinnamon Toast using our planning sheet. Writers, discuss with your jelly partner what we learned about writing a how-to piece today. Mini Lesson 5, Choosing the Best Topic, Part 1 of 2. Writers, we've spent the last few weeks looking at how authors write how-to books. Today, I want you, the author of I want you to be the author of a how-to piece. Writers, we will need a topic. How do you think an author chooses a topic? I want you to talk with your writing partners about how you think authors choose the best topic. Writers, you are absolutely correct. Authors need to feel like an expert on a topic so that they can teach their audience. What does expert mean? I want you to talk with your other writing partner about what expert means. Okay, writers, today I want you to come up with a list. I want you to list as many topics you feel you can teach an audience in steps. Tomorrow, we will look closely at our list and pick just one. Writers, I want you to discuss with your peanut butter and jelly partner how authors choose the best topic. I heard you say authors need to know a lot about something if they are going to teach, and you are absolutely correct. Thank you for joining in on the How to Write a Piece in First Grade. These are the first 5 mini lessons to get you started. Anything noted in the mini lessons is attached to the file. I hope you and your students enjoy writing your how-to piece in your classroom. Thank you.